In a world obsessed with talent, Rock Lee represents something revolutionary. He is living proof that hard work can compete with genius. While most people remember Rock Lee for his incredible fight scenes and relentless training, his true value lies much deeper. He is one of the most powerful psychological symbols in anime because he challenges a belief that limits millions of people every day. The belief that success belongs only to the naturally gifted. Think about how often people use talent as an explanation. They see successful athletes and say they were born different. They see successful entrepreneurs and assume they have special abilities. They see talented artists, musicians, creators, and leaders and conclude they possess something unique that ordinary people simply do not have. This belief is comforting because it removes responsibility. If talent determines everything, then effort doesn't matter. If talent determines everything, then failure isn't our fault. If talent determines everything, then we never have to confront the possibility that our potential may be hidden behind a lack of discipline. Rock Lee's entire existence challenges this way of thinking. From the very beginning, he was told he lacked what everyone else possessed naturally. In a world where ninja relied heavily on ninjutsu and genjutsu, Lee had neither. He was not gifted with special eyes. He did not inherit legendary powers. He was not born a prodigy. He was not considered exceptional. In many ways, he started behind everyone else. This is a reality many people know all too well. Not everyone starts with the same opportunities. Not everyone starts with the same advantages. Not everyone starts with natural gifts. Some people are born ahead. Others begin the race several steps behind. The question is not whether life is fair. The question is what you do with the circumstances you've been given. Rock Lee chose responsibility. This is where the first psychological lesson appears. Most people focus on what they lack. Rock Lee focused on what he could control. Modern psychology often highlights the importance of what's called an internal locus of control. This refers to the belief that your actions influence your outcomes. People with an external locus of control blame circumstances, luck, genetics, or other people. People with an internal locus of control focus on their choices, habits, and effort. Rock Lee embodies this principle perfectly. He could have spent his life complaining about what he lacked. Instead, he became obsessed with maximizing what he had. That single mindset shift separates high achievers from everyone else. The moment you stop asking, "Why don't I have what they have?" and start asking, "What can I do with what I have?" your life begins to change. Lee understood something many people never learn. Potential is meaningless without action. Talent may give someone an advantage, but discipline multiplies whatever ability already exists. This is why so many talented individuals never reach their potential. Talent creates opportunity. Discipline creates results. Without discipline, talent often becomes wasted potential. Without discipline, gifts become excuses. Without discipline, ability never turns into mastery. Rock Lee chose a different path. He committed himself to repetition, to consistency, to daily improvement, to showing up even when nobody was watching. This is important because society often glorifies motivation. People wait to feel inspired before they act. They wait to feel confident before they start. They wait to feel ready before they commit. Rock Lee teaches a different lesson. Discipline is acting regardless of how you feel. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is sustainable. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline remains. The individuals who achieve extraordinary things are rarely the most motivated. They are simply the most consistent. Consistency is one of the most underestimated superpowers in existence. Small actions repeated daily create massive results over time. The problem is that consistency is boring. It lacks the excitement of sudden breakthroughs. It lacks the drama of overnight success. It lacks the immediate rewards people crave. But reality doesn't care about excitement. Reality rewards repetition. Every skill follows this principle. Every achievement follows this principle. Every transformation follows this principle. Rock Lee became extraordinary because he mastered the ordinary. He repeated simple actions so many times that they eventually produced extraordinary outcomes. This reflects another powerful concept known as delayed gratification. Human beings naturally seek immediate rewards. We want quick results, fast progress, and instant success. But meaningful growth rarely works that way. The strongest bodies are built over years. The greatest careers are built over years. The deepest relationships are built over years. The strongest minds are built over years. Rock Lee understood this intuitively. He was willing to suffer today for a reward he might not see until tomorrow. That ability is becoming increasingly rare in modern society. Many people quit because progress is invisible in the beginning. The first workout doesn't transform your body. The first book doesn't transform your mind. The first business attempt doesn't create wealth. The first video doesn't create an audience. The first effort rarely produces visible results. Rock Lee continued anyway, and that is where true discipline begins. Discipline is not continuing when results are obvious. Discipline is continuing when results are invisible. This brings us to one of the most emotional aspects of Rock Lee's character: his relationship with failure. Most people fear failure because they interpret it as evidence of inadequacy. Failure becomes personal. Failure becomes proof that they aren't talented enough. Failure becomes proof they should quit. Rock Lee viewed failure differently. He saw failure as feedback. Every setback became information. Every defeat became a lesson. Every obstacle became an opportunity to improve. This mindset aligns with what psychologists call a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe abilities are largely predetermined. People with a growth mindset believe abilities can be developed through effort and learning. Rock Lee is perhaps one of the greatest examples of growth mindset in anime history. He never defined himself by current limitations. He defined himself by future possibilities. That distinction changes everything. The moment you stop asking who you are and start focusing on who you're becoming, your perspective shifts. Instead of being trapped by present weaknesses, you become motivated by future growth. Rock Lee's confidence did not come from being the best. It came from knowing he was improving. This is a lesson many people desperately need. Healthy confidence is not believing you are superior to others. Healthy confidence is trusting your ability to learn, adapt, and grow. Rock Lee didn't need to be the most talented person in the room. He simply needed faith in his willingness to work. That kind of confidence is powerful, because nobody can take it away. Talent can disappear. Circumstances can change. Opportunities can vanish. But your willingness to work remains under your control. Perhaps the most inspiring part of Rock Lee's journey is that he never became bitter. This is remarkable. Many people who struggle become resentful toward those who have natural advantages. They compare constantly. They become jealous. They become discouraged. Rock Lee did something different. He respected talent without worshiping it. He admired greatness without envying it. He focused on becoming the best version of himself, rather than obsessing over everyone else. Comparison is one of the biggest obstacles to personal growth. The more time you spend measuring yourself against others, the less time you spend improving yourself. Rock Lee reminds us that the competition is not with other people. The competition is with yesterday's version of yourself. Every day asks the same question. Are you improving? Are you growing? Are you becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined than before? That is the only comparison that truly matters. The deeper lesson behind Rock Lee's story is that discipline is not really about achievement, it's about identity. Eventually, discipline stops being something you do, it becomes who you are. You no longer train because you feel motivated, you train because that's what disciplined people do. You no longer work because you're inspired. You train because that's what disciplined people do. You no longer work because you're inspired. You work because it's who you are. You work because that's who you've become. Identity drives behavior far more effectively than willpower ever can. Rock Lee built an identity around effort, around perseverance, around resilience, around growth, and that identity carried him further than talent alone ever could. His story reminds us that life will not always reward the most gifted person. Life often rewards the person who refuses to quit, the person who keeps showing up, the person who keeps learning, the person who keeps improving, the person who continues long after everyone else has stopped. Rock Lee teaches us that greatness is not reserved for the naturally talented. It belongs to those willing to pay the price of discipline. Because talent may open the door, but discipline is what keeps you in the room. And when talent eventually reaches its limits, discipline keeps growing. That is why Rock Lee remains one of the most inspiring characters in anime history. He is proof that your circumstances do not define your future. Your gifts do not define your future. Your limitations do not define your future. Your daily choices do. And if there is one lesson Rock Lee leaves us with, it is this: you do not have to be the most talented person to achieve something extraordinary. You simply have to become the person who refuses to stop.